Hey, I'm Vu and welcome back to another episode of RimWorld. Let's get started, shall we? Oh, wait 1 second, I nearly forgot. That was chaos of me. There's just a few things I want to note just before we get into the game. So, yes, I missed an episode yesterday, but I've realised as well, since I landed full-time work pretty recently, that it does get a little difficult to keep up with the number of videos that I have been producing quite recently. Now, awesome, I'm happy so far with the job, but I also still want to be continuing on with these videos, because I know that there are a few of you who have been enjoying the series, well, hopefully, and I certainly want to continue releasing videos and playing the game. So what my plan is for the time being is just to reduce just 2 days a week. I am not going to be making videos. That's actually going to be a Wednesday, I won't be producing a video, and a Sunday. Yeah, and a Sunday that I won't be producing the video, just check the dates then. So that might mean, depending on where you live in the world, that's a Monday you don't get to watch a video, and a Thursday you don't get to watch a video? Yep. Or it's going to be a Tuesday, and maybe a Tuesday and a Saturday that a video doesn't appear. Now, that shouldn't be too bad, because there will always be some videos up and around the place, and I am intending, given that I noticed, I am intending to do a new series very soon, each episode being an hour long, so it's something you might put on in the background and just take a listen or a gander through what I'm going to be recording. But no, that'd be a bit of fun to do. So I noticed I had a new game, I had a game in the Steam library that I've been wanting to record. So yes, that was a bit of a long intro, 2 minutes 30 something. Okie dokie, let's get back and started. So where are we? Let's just check first. No poison ships. Awesome. Don't have to deal with them, because that's been a really big issue. I can't believe I keep forgetting the poison ships, or forgetting what's happened in the last episode. I mean, it's only been yesterday, out of all things. Oh well, at least we don't have to concern ourselves with it now. Back onto the base. So our temple is coming on very slowly. There is no roof to it, and I think we could actually just encourage people to roof it. Okay, thanks, Sparkles. That is right. That's what I wanted to happen. But, I was also thinking maybe this area inside. But now, just considering how it's gone, let's actually just set up a few zoning rules. I think I'm going to change how we're going to roof things. Originally, I was planning just to have this entire area roofed in. But now I'm thinking otherwise. Because I really like the fact that we have sort of like an internal building in like a compound of sorts. It's sort of like, what do you call it? The Forbidden City, that's what comes to mind. Now there probably are a few other examples of it. So this is just the Wikipedia article. I will just flick to the Divine Gates of Mine. No, that's not the one I was going to look at. This one, Plans of the Forbidden City. So in some sense it's like an entrance, and then you've actually got sort of, what are they calling it? It's a G there. My eyesight is really bad. So where are we looking? E, F, G, the Hall of Supreme Harmony. Yeah, that's sort of what we're building. Not really, but the point being is that just outside wall with an inside area compound, which is supposedly forbidden. So that was just the general idea there. So we're gonna just return back to the game now. I think that's how we're gonna do it now. Okay, so we will probably have to forbid this outer wall here, just so people don't end up roofing it, because that is always a possibility. So where are we? Orders? Nope, not orders. It's a zoning rule. One of these days I'll get it right. And we're going to expand. No roof building area. Okay, interesting. So it hasn't been designated, despite the internal walls being built. But I will just force it. Something like this. Oops, I missed a row just here. That will teach me for not moving the screen. And actually, even in the doorways, just to make sure it doesn't happen. Yeah, there we go. That'll look kind of cool. Our own miniature forbidden city of sorts, with just a single temple inside. Yep, I'm happy with that. Well, nighttime just passed as... no, nighttime's still happening, so I think we'll do a bit of a jump. Just making sure I colonists up so we can get them doing some cool and awesome things around the place. Okie dokie, time to get back in action. Now, one of the things we really need to consider is when I can find the body. The body is not down here. Bauer has yet to be buried. He's missing a few body parts, and people are probably not very happy about the fact that he's not buried. Okay, no, you actually don't have any bad moods about it. Fair enough. You only get positive ones when he's buried. No, that can't be quiet. Well, let's check someone else. Your rival Bauer died, fair enough. Your friend Bauer. Okay, so it's only a friend. When a friend dies, they're bad moodlets. Oh no, when a colonist died, that's interesting. Squid. What is up with you, Squid? Squid. Huh. Interesting. That's a little confusing there. So you don't have a colonist died trait. I mean, a moodlet. Well, oh well. Doesn't bother me too much. At least they're happy. That's just a big thing right now, because we are having quite a few major break issues and minor break issues. And people are smoking enough, I'm about to say weed, but it's technically not weed. It's smoked leaf. And where are we storing? We're storing it over here, aren't we? We don't have any smoked leaf. Why is that? Crafting spot, make smoked leaf a joint. Do forever, and we don't have any around, probably because we don't have any leaves. I suspect we probably use the leaves quite fast. Yeah, with a small area like this in a colony of our size, we could probably do with a few more leaves. I suspect that having the psychoid plant isn't actually, well, we don't need it as much as we originally thought we would, because originally we planted the psychoid plant leaves, so to get, what was it, more, well, the right materials, the right materials for Wake Up, but Wake Up only uses Nutrimind, which you can only buy from my understanding. See if we can find it in the stockpile. Oh, here it is. Just there we are, Nutrimind. So it does use it up, and I was planning originally to use this for medication, but obviously since we haven't done the research, it's, you know, it's just sitting around being a little idle. But first things first, events, and a raid. A group of pirates from Sledgehammer's Lobsters have arrived in drop pods nearby. They look like they want to use sappers to tunnel around your defence as well. Our defences are relatively open, I might add. But let's just see what's going to happen. Oh, and restrictions. Never forget the restrictions. So everyone must stay within Area 1. Okay, let's see how it goes. That's quite a few pirates. And they are, I guess, since they are attacking immediately as well. So you're digging through sandstone walls. I suspect all of you are doing the same thing. Maybe some of you are wandering. Okay, definitely time to grab everyone who can fight, because we do have 2 people who are hiding in their rooms. We have 1 person hiding in their room. Yep, my eyesight's not that bad. I can see the little diamond lightning bolt. Get everyone onto the front line, and then we'll just move them to where they should be. Actually, Sparkles, I'd rather you didn't let you. The sarcophagus needs to be built, and I think we can just hold off for not having 1 person right now. So I wonder where these guys are actually going to go. Also, secondly, before I consider that, you need to check weapons. If people who can fight, which in this case is Toxo, who can't fight, so it's not an issue. If they don't have a weapon, then we're kind of dry. I don't really like the idea of just getting them to have a bit of an old fisticuffs with our enemies. So we're going to give them a proper weapon. So let's take a look at Crocodile now. Crocodile has a characteristic of 7 on melee and 2 on shooting. Has passion in neither. So the easiest thing is just to give them a melee weapon, just because that's what they're best at. Yeah, I was just sort of running through my mind whether or not, because we want to just change it around and actually give them a range. Because we have a few ranged, we don't have many ranged people in our colony, which is actually one of the more annoying things. Because if we had a few more ranged people, it could really help us out. But the melee people work for the time being, so let's see where they're going to go. Okay, they're planning to go up here. That's an interesting choice. It also seems like this area will have to be double walled, because it's been a target, I believe, twice now. Actually, you've got the saber, haven't you? Yeah, you're digging through it. Oh, whoops. I should move you kind of faster. I suspect maybe just putting me in the corridor here, and then divvying some of our colonists up. Maybe just you 3 should do the trick. Place you on this side. And we'll just see who we've grabbed and try and organise everyone properly. So yeah, this will be gone very quickly. Yep, nearly gone. So you guys come on down, and we'll just see who we grabbed. So we grabbed Fu. Fu, 1 range. Bringer, a shotgun. Excellent. So we get you nice and close, because shotgun needs to be relatively close to hit anyone. Orange, a melee weapon. I think we can put you diagonal, not in the line of Fu, preferably actually. Oh. And Trado, can we get you over here? No, actually, swap them around. Orange has a shield, so if we can soak up a few hits, I think that's worth just putting him there. And then Trader, you can stand maybe just one block closer, which should be fine. Now, onto the left side, or our second party. Ed, melee, going to pull you out the way for the time being. Actually, no, we're going to pull you into the main room, because this avenue, or this pathway is very tight. Oh, that's a bit of a nuisance, and probably shouldn't split so many people up like this. Stephen, you got a ranged weapon, a pulse rifle, so maybe we can get you to join Fu in the same room. Who else is going to move? Yep, you guys are moving. Squid has a minigun of all things. Now, I've said I liked miniguns before, and they definitely do a bit of damage, but I'm afraid that if some of the enemies wander in, Squid might just be shooting from the left-hand side directly at all of us, which would be bad. We've seen what happens when people stand in the line of fire. No, I don't... I guess we can see what happens. So Squid, we'll just place you... I said Squid, not the slate tile. Squid is not the tile. We'll place you just in the doorway. Maybe you can shoot out. Maybe you have enough cover to do it. And I think Bat will just follow you up from behind. So that should still work. Slow things down, and lo and behold, there we go. Oh, that is a Molotov, and you haven't been able to fire yet. Can you fire? Oh yeah. That's a minigun for you. Now Bat, I wonder if you can get over here and not arrest. Maybe if we put you actually on the fire itself, you actually put it out. That'd be nice. Oh, and maybe not. And start firing, preferably. You're just gonna want what? You just target one person and fire. That's all you need to do. Oops, sorry, Bat. I pull you back. So whereabouts are you guys wandering then? You're just wandering. That's all you're doing, pretty much. How bizarre. Fu, how about if we put you in the line of fire? Maybe you can shoot someone and grab their attention. That's what I like. Yeah, but you could actually shoot Squid in the back, so no, I don't like that idea after all. Where are these guys going? Well, it's almost tempting just to speed things up. Okay, how about we recruit Sparkles over here and just pull them in line and speed it up. This is really, really weird. Where are you guys navigating to? The attackers, we're up here. You've just broken through the wall. All of you guys are just wandering. And you've wandered right around our base. You haven't entered even into the home zone. You're just wandering off the map? What are you doing? Maybe I'm just going to unrecruit our people. Otherwise they're going to be standing around for a long time. The restrictions are still up, so they won't go wandering too far, but... this is really bizarre. Oh, well, actually, here we are. That must have been a cargo pod that I missed a while back. We can grab these granite blocks. Those are going to be very useful. And hell, we'll also grab this slag chunks, because we can always do with a bit of steel from just dropped items. But no, these guys seem like they're just about to wander off the map. Where are you wandering to? Oh, now you've actually made a decision. You're going to melee attack the sandstone wall, wooden doors, so it looks like you're either coming through the main entrance or through that broken up area. Which, with that said, if we add it to our home zone restrictions for area 1, yep. Someone will actually get around just to breaking it in, which is what I'd love to get done. Now, we have... Well, it looks like we've only got slate to patch up this wall, not enough sandstone. So that's all we're going to have to... that's all we can use right now. So grab the slate block and place it in place, like so, and get someone started on it. So who's closest? And who can obviously walk fast as well? Oh, that's interesting. Bringer, you actually can't talk anymore. I really should probably take a look at this overview on the left a bit more often than I do. Mainly because it tells some really useful information. Okay, looks like Ed. As long as Ed can construct, which you can't. Right, of course I grabbed someone who can't construct. Crocodile, can you construct? You can't repair, but you also can't construct. Stephen, how are you going? You're enhanced. Oh, I love that. And you also can't construct. Okay, this is getting a little tiresome. Construction. Stephen, you have a 1 skill in construction. That's probably a bad choice. Maybe I'll just grab someone who's actually in the listing. Bat, let's see if you can get over here fast enough. Yeah, you still walk relatively fast. Your manipulation is weakened, so it might slow down your building speed. But no, it looks like all things are going to be fine. But I will ask you to finish it off. Where are you wandering to? No. You need building materials. I am a little puzzled by that. We had 10 units, wasn't it? I'm hoping you didn't. I think you just did, didn't you? Yeah. you've actually hauled some of the slate into these areas when I prioritized you on the actual wall itself. So can we get you to double check? Yep, there's slate on the ground, just finished off. And you still chose not to do the door first. Wouldn't that be right? Okay, try it again. I need you just to work on it. Just get it built. Grab the slate and work on that first. Thank you. Awesome, you got it done and they're about to come in. Whoops, that was a lot closer than anticipated. Everyone, I'll set them over here and then unrecruit Toxo, who doesn't need to be coming because they don't have a weapon. This is awfully close. Oh, and we need to get someone to flick on the power, not build. That's careless. I should have been watching. Well, we're still fine right now, so maybe if we can get someone just to flick the power switch straight away, that could be really useful. Thank you, Bat. And recruit you and actually start ordering people up. So Bat, Foe, Crocodile, Squid, minigun in the centre. Can't change that. And yep, the turrets are active. Awesome. Sparkles, I think we can move you across by one just so Squid can stand there. Go here. Stephen, move on to the left side of Squid so you don't shoot him in the back. Orange, you can stay on the left given that you melee. Same with you, Trado. Bringer, you have a ranged weapon. Shotgun, we'll put you on the outer edge. Probably the closest edge to you. Ed, melee, coming in a bit closer. Crocodile, also come on the right side. And let's see what's happening now. Phew, that was quite a few people to go through. And everyone is in the zone. They are. Cool. So we'll just keep an eye on things. While I remember, I'll forbid the Molotov cocktails up there. So, what's happening? The traps are doing a bit of damage, and certainly our people are getting a few hits off it as well. Oh, never mind. Job's done. Too easy. No casualties, no major injuries. I suspect that one of our colonists did actually get an injury just before. I didn't take a look. Squid, you've got a minor injury, and what's that? A slight burn. That's nothing to concern ourselves with. It is still possible that we get an infection from it, but very unlikely. So we'll let you be and continue on with the day of ours. Before I progress any further, I think we need to take a look. We've actually got 2 people downed, which is kind of unusual. Because you normally only have maybe 1 person, but no, 2 people down. Now both these people are actually missing body parts, left arm and nose. Left arm is a bit of an issue, the nose not as much. And what about this one? Left arm and right arm. So you're kind of useless, Mote. Mote, is it? Yeah, that's a T there. M-O-T-E. And Julie. Julie the servant. Now this is interesting. You're 19. You're 945 years old in total with your, cryogenic sleep hours as well. Or days, years. I'll get the unit right eventually. But are you any good, Julie? So I'm always looking for an extra hand around the place. You're heat tolerant. Not so useful in this colony, and you have a chemical interest. Well, I think we have another person who also has a chemical interest, actually. Why don't we just check that quickly? Chemical interest, chemical fascination. Oh, very similar. Oh, there we are. There is a chemical interest. I was right. And Crocodile was 32 years old. I think that's a little bit weird if Crocodile then actually fell in love with a 19-year-old. Just the age difference. I think 10 years is maybe just a little outside the bounds, but it does happen from time to time in the world around us. Okay, but do we want to pick them up? That's the big thing. Shooting, animals, cooking. Ooh. Cooking is good. We can always use another cook. Artistic is also nice because we do need a proper sculptor. Now, they are one-handed or one-armed. Do they have any dislike for bionics? Nope. No, nothing bad about it. So, Julie, we're going to grab you and we're going to try and recruit you. We actually have a few spare beds, which is nice. So, Crocodiles, I think, yeah, you'll be the first one to meet Julie for the first time. Also, restrictions can be lifted. I realise I probably could have done that a little earlier, just straight after the raid. It means people can get outside and do a few jobs. Awesome. And what about Mote? Mote is still alive, but I suspect the best thing we can do for Mote is either let them die, given they don't have a left arm or right arm, and their quality of life isn't going to be as nice. That's probably a very bad thing to say, because people who are missing arms can still have a really great life, regardless of it. No, actually, we're going to do the right thing. Stephen, you're actually going to capture. Yep, it has to be capture. We'll get someone just to patch him up and send him off the map. Now, we can probably give him medication. It would help. But I think just a simple thing will be good enough. So, Julie, how difficult will you be? You want 99% difficulty. I've always wanted to try someone who's 99% difficulty. Yeah. Okay. This is something, like, seriously, I've been trying, I want to try and get someone who's 99% difficulty, just because it's nearly impossible. I mean, chat and recruit will give you proper medicine, you get food. So actually, Crocodile, I'll just reset you so you grab medicine while you do this. Where are you running to? Oh, you're grabbing the best medicine, right. No, I can't complain about that. I mean, actually, Mote over here is a little easier. No, but I think we're just going to release you. No food, just make sure you get patched up. Actually, you just left food there. Okay, well, I won't stop. Let's stop Mote from eating if he chooses to. But I think the caribou just got there first. One of the things, what happens when you have animals around the place, they do really odd things. But back to events. We've got a few lovers. Squid and Sparkles. The two S's unite. They've come together and now become lovers. So, Sparkles, let's just check your social out. So you've had an ex-lover, Stephen. You also had an ex-husband, Kanga, who's actually dead. I can't remember if you were divorced before that point. But you have a lover, Squid, plus 100, which would really help your moods. Yep, feeling good, opinion of lover. Now, you do have a proper bed, right? Let's see, Bringer, owned and unowned, and Stephen. Yeah, owned isn't a person in this colony, nor is unowned a person in this colony. Now, I'd love to know where you guys have a bed. Squid and Sparkles, cool. I'm really glad to see you've got a double bed to sleep in. Which means positive moodlets all round. All round and year round. Assuming they don't break up in the meantime. Ooh, anyhow, let's get back to whatever we're working on. We were working on, well, Mote should be patched up now. Yep, and should be released sometime soon. Now, Julie's going to be interesting. Very unlikely that we'll ever recruit her, which means she needs a really, a lot of reallys there. Really fancy bedroom. So how's your mood? And what do you think of the area around you? Your space isn't great, so we might upgrade you to one of the double beds. I think that would definitely help. That's step one. Your alcohol assumption, because you have an alcohol addiction, that's why I pretty much just glazed over that. That's my fault there. That means you're going to have a bit of bad mood until you get over the alcohol addiction. Because I don't think we'll actually give you alcohol as part of a meal. No. Okay, so then we'll just check going back onto the listing here. What else can we do? Well, a lot of these moodlets will set 17 hours for the witness allies' deaths. Ugly environment. Okay, so we need to improve it. We need to also add light. We could probably give you a bit of room. So you need a table and chairs. Well, given that we have an unowned bed over here, let's actually mark this for prisoner. Unmarked this prisoner, and this one. I wish there was a kind of an... Oops, not that one. Not that button. I wish there was... Wrong button again. Come on, Foo. Get it right the first time. I wish there was an easier way to transfer Julie into another room. Now, someone should get around to wardening her, which is going to be shifting her to another place. I'm assuming. Maybe I'll just nick someone right now, just so it gets done. Wardener. Who is our Wardener? Wardener is Stephen, and Stephen is sleeping, which is why nothing's happening. Come on. Nope, don't strip Julie. Need you to take her to a proper bed. Proper bedroom, I should say. There we are. So that's step one. You're on a proper bed, and it's not great. The surroundings you're in. I'll get the words out. I'm just spitting them out. So I'll just consider you just a bit more in a second. But psychic drone, every colony, and the female janitor. Every janitor in our colony winces in pain for unknown reasons. No, every female janitor winces in pain. Well, that's a nuisance. It will affect will cause a few people to have some bad moods, but we can deal with it. We've dealt with it before, and we'll deal with it again, most likely. But no, on to Julie. So we need to make sure her room is pretty. Now, cool thing is, it's all stone walling, so that's step one and looking nice. The next thing we'll need to do is something for the floors. The thing is, we've been trying to floor all this area up for quite a while now. So I wonder if just working with wood is going to be the easiest thing. That's really all I can think of doing. Because, maybe not. Maybe marble will be something after all. Assuming you don't drop it into these sarcophagi over here. You know what, I'm actually going to cancel these two jobs, just so we don't waste too much marble around. I suspect that's probably also enough to actually finish off this room, but no, I want to finish off this other sarcophagus. So I'm actually going to cancel that job. And I am assuming that Let's see, Bow over here is buried. Excellent. That's what I like to see. Sad that he's gone, but at least we can remember them with a lovely piece of artwork. So, as usual, I always like to read them. So what does this one say? Lonely Terror. The sarcophagus is engraved with an image of Krillbauer, enveloped in flame by nearly naked. He seems to be barely conscious, his eyes are lifeless. The image somehow expresses both failure and thought. There is a tree at the left of the image. This representation refers to Bauer catching fire on the 12th of summer, 5503. Well, that's a bit of an interesting choice there for a commemorative piece of sorts. But, but it wouldn't be my first choice. I would have thought of maybe a more positive memory, or more funny memory, or, you know, but interesting choice. But no, another Arctic fox. These guys never leave us alone. I'll give you to melee. Who else is close by? I think Trado. We're going to get you to drop the hops. Get you to melee attack this Arctic fox. Now, this is only a small Arctic fox, a female of age 6, so it shouldn't be doing too much damage to us. But it can still give us a few hefty swipes, which I'd rather avoid right now. So let's see if we can get anyone else down here just to attack the Arctic wolf. It's going to take a while for people to get over, but hopefully Sparkles can pull through. Let's see, we've only got a few bites and scratches. Nothing too much to worry about now. 28 out of 40 of the torso, and the right arm is 16 out of 30. No, I think we're going to be fine. There we go. Nothing to worry about. So unrecruit you guys. I think there was a fourth person. Bringer. There we go. Go back to work. Get your job done. And actually, Tredo, might as well haul the Arctic fox in. Oh, and that's something I've considered this before, but putting a cooler in this room. I think I avoided it because we've got a workshop or a workbench in there, which means people get unhappy because they're cold. But it could be something if that we do just because these bodies aren't being butchered fast enough. Yeah, actually, I might as well mark it. We've got the materials for it. There's no reason why not. And we've finally got the power as well. So flip it around, make sure the cold's on the inside, and that should be good. Okie dokie. Let's get back to working with Julie. So Julie is going to be permanently unhappy with the room that she's in. So let's fix it up. So we are going to go in furniture mode and make a small wooden table. Still the cheapest material we've got, so it's going to cost us 50 wood with over 1,000 units. I think we're fine there. And then obviously a nice dining chair to sit in, which means you shouldn't be complaining about sitting on the floor while eating. Okay, that's step 1 in making Julie a little bit more happy. Step 2 is a standing lamp, which I think we'll just put... don't think we can put it at the end of the bench here. It's not a bench, I mean table. Table. So we're going to try and ballpark middle of the room, which is annoyingly not in the middle of the room. There is no middle of this room. So I guess we're just going to put it lopsided. Hopefully that doesn't affect her space movement. I expect it won't, but that's step 1. And we do have power nearby. I didn't check that. I think there was a little icon indicating it. I will double check. Power cable, yeah, no problems there. So how's the table? Short, normal quality, and the dining chair is poor quality. No. Can't have that. Let's deconstruct it and build another copy as well, just over here. See if we can get a nice table or a nice chair. We've got a normal quality table. It's going to be fine for the moment. I think we can still be better. Actually, Bat, how's your construction skill? 14. No problems. You should really make a good quality chair here. Come on, just a few more units of work left. And we have an excellent chair. Oh, it's also a piece of artwork. This should make Julie a little bit more happy. So, how's the beauty in this room? Beauty is on the up and steady. And obviously we just need to get around to flooring, which I indicated as marble. And yeah, we've got enough units around to do so. With a marble floor, I suspect, if I remember to click on the right tab. It's interesting how talking and trying to do something at the same time just loses your distraction just slightly enough for... So that in games like this, it's actually quite difficult to keep track of things. Because there's just so many elements. You know, if it's just a simple game or a repetitive style game or shooting game, it's a little easier to talk. I'm not saying it is easier, but I suspect it would be. Maybe not. I don't know, I'll have to give it a shot one day. One day, of course. Eventually, as I was pointing out before, the room will get built, and we'll just keep an eye on her, well, where is it, beauty levels, to see if that's really helping. So I'll see you guys in just a sec. So much for just in a sec. I was hoping we could get this room done, but lovely Cassandra. Still not happy with her temple, so she's given us a bug hive to deal with. It's in the same set of rooms as last time. I think we have had a bug hive in this room before. It's nearly tempting just to put just wall the entire area up so we don't have to deal with it. Well, that's a pain. So we've got 2 sets of bugs, 2 hives to deal with. I think we can let people just move around for a moment, just until the bugs start appearing. So no, we're going to pull Trader out of this room, because they're going to probably start mining through it. That is an absolute pain. We've dealt with them before, and we'll deal with them again. But that's going to be for another episode now. I won't let it play, just because the bugs will do something stupid, and I'll be annoyed that a colonist died, because I was careless. So you're going to watch a bit of a stationary screen as I do the exit sequence. Oh well. Anyhow, so I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have anything to say, feel free to leave it in the comments below. But, as I've said in the past, and will say in the future, I'll see you around sometime.